I'm telling you, we are so blessed in this center. These wonderful people come to visit. Last week we had Reverend Sue, and this week you. That was great. It was beautiful. Thank you. And thank you for what you said, because it's so important. And I'm thinking about how it's a time in our evolution where it's not enough for us to just know this stuff, have information. We really have to practice it. And sometimes it is as simple as loving yourself when you can't do anything else. So thank you for that tool, because that's probably the most valuable tool there is. So I've been reading a book called The Not Yet God. It blows your mind. It's by a lady named Andriello. And I wanted to share it with you because it's really helped me this week, and just to kind of shift my consciousness in a new way, in a different way, in something expanding and something that I'm still investigating and still thinking about and still digesting. And I want you to digest it with me, because I think it's and it's very in sync with science of mind, because you'll see. Okay, she says that creation is not a solitary act, but a social act between God and the world. The incarnation is entangled divinity and humanity, co-creating and co-actualizing potential new life in every creature open to its fullness into life. God affects the world, and the world affects God. God and the world are interconnected and interdependent. So, in simple terms, what she really says in this book is that we always say, we're evolving. But what she's saying is that there is no separation, and that God, this power, is evolving as we are evolving. So just breathe that in for a moment. Because I don't know about you, but I was brought up in science of mind thinking, there's this perfection, and I aspire to it, and I'm working on that all the time to embody that. But in reality, the universe, this benevolent universe, it's just energy. And it can't, what she's saying in this book, and it's based on the work of Carl Jung and some other scientists and people that have studied this over time and written things, is that, and it really totally makes sense, that the universe is evolving with us. Yes? You get it? It's so powerful, because it takes out complete duality and puts the responsibility really on our shoulders to evolve. And if we look out at the world and we're looking only at the 3D world, and we're just casting our vision out there and saying, look at that, and look at him, and look at this, and look what's happening now, and blah, 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 and we're taking no responsibility for evolving ourselves, but we're casting it out instead of being right here and saying, what am I going to do to evolve so that the universe can evolve? And we don't keep repeating the same things over and over and over again. And yet, she says that resistance is not more powerful than evolution. That evolution continues to go forward. It continues to spiral upward. Ernest Holmes says that too. It continues to move upward. No matter how much we resist it, when things happen, things that we, consider to be, tragic or hard or challenging or whatever, it's like a call to deeper evolution within us in order to meet whatever that is, so that we can evolve as a species, as spiritual beings. So I just find this totally and completely in alignment with what I know as science of mind, where Ernest Holmes says, there's one life, that life is God's life, that God life is perfect, that life is my life now. And he always says, you have to add that life is my life now. So the energy is perfect. It's just neutral. It's loving. It's just flowing and flowing. And the more that we can connect with that and realize that it's coming from us, and the more we lift ourselves up into it, as it, then the more we're going to evolve. What do you think? Isn't it great? It's a great book. I just really like this book. Because I don't know about you, I like to work on expanding my consciousness. I don't, I grew up Catholic, which was fine, but it was like it's one thing, and every Sunday it was the same thing, and I always knew there was more. And when Jesus said, greater things than this shall ye do, that's what he was talking about. Ernest Holmes said, if we're still reading The Science of Mind 100 years from now, and we haven't really gone any further, then, he didn't know everything when he was teaching. It's like we're constantly growing, and we're constantly expanding, and there's constantly new information. But the only criteria for me is that it has to come from within. It can't come from somebody doing it for you, because nobody can do it for you. You might get a temporary fix. I always often wondered, did the people that Jesus healed stay healed? I don't know. He said, go sin no more, which meant, start thinking the right thoughts, and maybe you'll stay healed. But nobody can really do it for you. That connection has to be there, that embracing that. So we have to keep ourselves tuned. That's our talk title today, Stay Tuned. So you have to have the tools in order to do that. Tools that Dawson just gave you just now about breathing and waking up and loving yourself and all of that. And is it going to be perfect all the time? No, but stuff happens. And what are you doing when that stuff happens? That's the question. What are you doing? We got a flat tire the other day. We could have gotten all panicked about it, but when that flat tire happened, just when we were pulling up to Costco to get our tires, air in our tires. How perfect was that? And it was because we affirmed at the beginning of the day that the day was flowing perfectly. But it doesn't mean you don't meet something that's a challenge, but we're evolving, guys. So we're either gonna ignore it and buy into what's happening in the outside world and blame everybody else for it and say it's not working, or we're gonna say it's working. It's working through us and as us. So I just watched a very short documentary about Thich Nhat Hanh. Has anybody seen it? It's on YouTube. It's free. It's like 27 minutes. I suggest you watch it. That man went through a lot. He went through a lot, of rebellions and having himself, transported out of his homeland and violence and all this stuff. But he never stopped. He kept seeing the truth. He kept seeing and lifting people up. And I believe that's what we're here to do as these beautiful beings that we are, is to get our stuff together and let it be out in the world. Let us be beacons of light. So I am so grateful, and thank you, Dawson, and thank you, Jonathan, and I think it's a great day, and continues to be a great day because I'm celebrating my birthday. So